Okay, I think we're working now. I
Okay.
think we're working now.
I got echo on my end.
Are you serious? You getting the echo?
I got echo on my end.
No, yes, you got an echo?
Yes.
You
Now,
got an
wait a
echo.
minute. Hold up. Yeah, I have an echo.
I got nothing on mine. Mine is fine. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not our fault. This is the company that we use in studio. I just want to say that for the record because, people are like, oh man, they can't get it together. We have been on the air for going on 5 years.
Wait.
We're on the air for 5 years now. This has been a long running series. We are just a fan podcast. And for some reason, the reason why we're even on the air tonight is because Monday there was a catastrophic failure for StreamYard, the service that we use to do the podcast. Because for those of you who don't know, none of us live in the same city. The 4 guests on this show, specifically myself and Brandon. He said timeout, but I don't know what he said timeout for. So, but we're gonna try to work this out tonight as best we can. Okay, Brandon is saying he has a deep echo on his end. Do you have headphones you might be able to plug up? Because maybe it's coming through your speaker or it's looping through your speaker of your microphone. Because that could be it. But this is what we're dealing. This is what we're dealing with. This is the reason why we tried our best to make up a show. We got a lot of things to cover. Several teams have, several players rather, have gotten re-upped on their contracts. We have several key injuries that have happened that could put people out long term or for the season. Gary Coleman / Emmanuel Lewis / Peter Dinklage, better known as Kyler Murray, has been named the starting quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings. And we want to talk about that. And we're trying to get these technical difficulties worked out, which we've never had a problem with before. So I don't know what's going on. It's really, it's kind of weird. So we're working that out right now. Hey Wes, what's going on, dog? Hey Twan, what's happening, brother? Hey, oh, that's Gerardo. That's my man Fluffy. Yeah. All right. Shout out to ICE Drumline, Willow Ridge High School. So but yeah, man, we Brandon's trying to figure out his audio because this is not gonna work if we can't have a dialogue. I can't just be continuing to talk. I'm not one like listening. I'm the type of person that don't like listen to himself talk like a Colin Cowherd or somebody like this. So we are trying our best to get this audio thing worked out. If you can hear me at home, go ahead and hit the thumbs up and say something in the comments. If you can hear me, all right, let me know. And we'll stand by for that. But while we're waiting, and the thing is that Kyler Murray has been named. What else, Sam? My Quint player. All right, shout out ICE Drumline, Willow Ridge High School. Uh, so Kyler Murray has been named uh, the starter for the Minnesota Vikings. He was brought in this offseason to compete with J.J. McCarthy, who had an abysmal season last year. Wasn't even his rookie season. You might as well say it was his rookie season because he had a season-ending injury his rookie season. So this past season was his first season actually really playing professional football. So they brought in Kyler Murray to compete with him for the starting job. Now, you bring in somebody to compete. There's nothing wrong with it. Iron sharpens iron. We all know this. But the issue is that they named him the starter before a preseason snap is even played. I know. Brandon takes umbrage with that. As soon as he gets his audio fixed, I know he gonna have something to say. But I mean, I'm gonna just keep it real, and I'm infamous for my hot takes. Kyler Murray is gonna be the reason Kevin O'Connell gets fired. He's going to be the death of Kevin O'Connell's tenure in Minnesota because you name him the starter. They haven't gone live. And what I mean by going live for y'all, those of y'all who don't really know football that well, I mean actually play a game. Yes, we've had practices and this, that, and the third, but you have to realize there are guys who look phenomenal in practice and just completely crap the bed when the lights come on. So, I mean, I get it. This guy's leading practice is great, but you got 3 preseason games. Listen to me now. You got 3 preseason games to make this decision. It's not so much that they made the decision. It's that they made the decision this early. That's what the issue is that I'm having. If you people at home, let me know your thoughts on Kyler Murray being named the starter this soon. We got preseason games coming up this week. Everybody plays sometime this week or this weekend, and we need to find out. I think the smart thing to do, and I think most sensible people would agree with me, is let them have series. Let all of them have series. Triz TV has just entered the chat. But let all of them have series, both of them rather, have series with the starters in between the first 2 preseason games. You can make your decision after the second preseason game. I think that would be the sensible thing to do. But to name someone the starter, and Tristan, chime in and let me know what you think about this. We're talking about Vern Troyer, a.k.a. Mini-Me, Kyler Murray, being named the starter for the Minnesota Vikings without having played a down of live football with them. It just got to the team. So chime in, Tristan, and let me know what you think. Folks at home, chime in with that. Let me know what your thoughts are on this decision. I feel like it's a very quick decision, very rash decision. I think you got time. You don't have to rush this decision. But yeah, it's a it's a problem for me. And now Tristan's going. Great. All right, so we are having all kinds of technical difficulties. I feel like I'm
Hey, yo.
What?
Hey, yo. Hey.
I'm assuming that he figured out his audio issue.
No, hey, man, listen. This is why I'm glad Tristan is a host, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I wasn't even thinking, okay? Shout out to Tristan, man. He was like, yo, do you have YouTube open somewhere? And I looked, and I was like, oh, I do have YouTube open. I clicked the X, and my echoes just stopped. Oh, my goodness, I could talk. Oh, Hey, yo, for almost 10 minutes, I couldn't say anything, yo. Hey, listen, man. Hey, listen. I was about to be. Hey, I was pissed, man. Hey, man, I was pissed.
Good night, y'all.
Yo, hey. Listen, my bad, y'all. My bad. That part is on me. I was about to be mad at StreamYard, man. Oh, hey, everybody, clap it up for. Hey, everybody, thank Trisha, man. Everybody, thank Trisha, man. Hey, listen, everybody, put fire emojis in the group chat for Trisha, man. Everybody, salute out to Trisha, man. Hey, bro, man, that. Thank you, Jesus, man.
Okay, can we get back on topic now? What interesting?
Hey yo, everybody's laughing, dog. Wes is laughing. Carl Stewart is laughing. Hey yo, oh my goodness. Hey, look. Last time I've seen that, that was about 25, 30 years ago. Last time I seen anybody do that. I haven't seen that in a long time.
Mister, I don't know what's going on. My car won't start. Have you tried turning the key?
Mister, my car won't start. Where the key at? It's in the house. Oh.
All right, so let's get back to it.
Okay. Hey, first of all, okay, real quick, just running back real quick. Coach Williams, NFL Encyclopedia, Wildcat quarterback that runs the show, future Hall of Famer. This is why I'm the Wildcat quarterback and not the quarterback. Trisha's the quarterback that runs the show. Okay, he's the one that does the audio stuff. That's him. Okay, that's all him. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, that direction. Panel 316, the good guy with the black hat. Chop and Screw City, Run and Shoot Offense City, baby. Donald Ray, what's up, man? Oh my goodness, that was driving me crazy. All right, now let's get back on topic. All right, go ahead. Keep talking about Kyler Murray.
Basically,
hey, shortstop.
Brandon likes to affectionately call him shortstop. I like to refer to him as Gary Coleman, Emmanuel Lewis, Peter Dinklage, and Vern Troyer. Yeah. And I've always, I've been the outlier from the time he's been drafted up until the present. I've never been a Kyler Murray fan. It has nothing to do with him being in my division. As a matter of fact, him being in our division, I was very glad of because I knew we would basically be beating the brakes off the Cardinals most of the time because he was the quarterback. The thing that bothers me the most about this is not that he was named the starter. I want to be clear about that. My issue is the fact that they named him the starter without playing any live football. You have 3 weeks of preseason football. I understand week 3 is you trying to figure out who's going to fill out the bottom of your roster. Most of the time in preseason, that's what week 3 is. When they brought it down to 3 games instead of 4 preseason games, it used to be week 4 was trying to figure out who the bottom of your roster would be.
Yes.
But you had to move it up to week 3. So usually week 2 is your dress rehearsal. So most of your starters get most of their burn. But Kevin O'Connell making this decision this soon is I'm sorry. In my opinion, is coaching malpractice.
I agree.
It's just you got 2 games at least to look at these guys against somebody that's not wearing a purple jersey and to see who your starter is going to be. It's like, come on, man. Like, you can't – practice is practice. Like, Iverson, we talking about practice, not the game. We're talking about practice. So, it's and I'm another hot take. Kyler Murray going to be the death of Kevin O'Connell in Minnesota. This decision, especially if he backs that horse that he decided to pick for this race.
Mm-hmm.
You don't, I'm sorry. I'm already don't like, I'm not, when they signed him to compete with J.J. McCarthy, it was like 6 in one hand, half a dozen on the other. It was like, you basically went off and signed somebody who's not all that to compete with someone who's not all that, and it's like, come on, man. Uh, it is, people want to give Kevin, you can call him a quarterback whisperer and give him all this credit and everything, but I'm like, there might have been better guys out there in free agency to go get if you just gonna have a project. You're gonna have a pet project. Plus, plus the ownership probably would give you a little bit more carte blanche. They give you a little more leeway. They say, well, he's got a young guy, he's trying to fix him, instead of somebody who's already kind of been labeled a bust. Those of us who are football savvy, because there's still some people that think Kyler Murray is amazing. Like, our last show, people was talking about how great Kyler Murray was, and we like, for real, bro? Just log off. But it says a great deal about Kyler Murray, or just anyone, if a team is willing to take a significant cap penalty. We gonna eat the cap penalty. We just want you gone. We'll eat the cap hit. We'll just buy.
Yeah, because they paying him $36 million to be in Minnesota.
Yep. Talking about the Arizona Cardinals.
Arizona Cardinals paying, yeah, correct. Yeah, just for those who don't know, the Arizona Cardinals are paying $36 million for Kyler Murray to play quarterback, whether he was starting or not, and now in Minnesota.
Yeah, it's just and to be fair, in the interest of fairness, like I said, maybe he has turned over a leaf and he's playing better football, but we don't really know that from practices. You're going to find out when the live bullets are flying.
Yes, especially week one. Week one, under the lights is when you really, really start finding out who players are. Okay, you can have the practices. That's cool. Not saying practice doesn't matter, because it does. Okay,
like to my
scrimmages / preseason, you find out a little bit more. But even someone like a Bill Belichick, he said, hey, look, even though the regular season started, he extended his preseason through the first 4 games of the season to see who everybody was, and then went from there. Okay, so when the lights are on and there's pressure, because again, preseason, like some teams run this stuff very vanilla, so they don't show everything. You know what I'm saying? What you see from a Brian Flores during the preseason, not what you're going to see during the regular season, especially if it's a division game, a crucial conference game, when you're fighting for the playoff spot, fighting for division title, this, that, and the third.
Okay, just prime example. If you're a fan right now and you're watching, and you're an NFC North fan of any team in the NFC North, are you afraid of Kyler Murray being a starter for the Vikings?
Be honest.
And be honest.
And my second, Green Bay Packers and Chicago Bears, are you afraid of Kyler Murray?
And then my second question is to anybody that's watching that's an NFC fan of an NFC team. Are you afraid of Kyler Murray being the quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings?
I'm not.
And go. And put the answers up, Brandon.
Yeah, I'm not. I already know I'm not. Now, and let me say this. I think the first time, well, maybe not the first time, but I definitely remember a coach for the Baltimore Ravens. We got our first answer right now. But I remember the coach for the Baltimore Ravens, Brian Billick, and I think they were trying to call him the quarterback whisperer. And they drafted Kyle Bowler.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a flop. We got a second answer right here.
Yep. See now, yeah.
We got a third answer.
Yeah.
So basically, so we have 3 no's, and I know Eric's not scared of Kyler Murray as a 49ers fan, and I'm not scared of Kyler Murray as a Cowboys fan. I
have a lot of. I want to be clear. I have a lot of respect for that roster. I don't have respect.
I know. No, it's definitely. Oh,
that roster. That roster's nice.
Listen, but here's the thing for Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray is going to have to be a smart quarterback.
more scared of an ant. Well, fire ants kind of bite. That hurt. If it's Texas fire ant bites you, it's gonna hurt.
But anyway,
You don't want to get bit by those. Yeah.
What you call it? Damn. Okay, Kyler Murray is going to have to be a smart quarterback. Okay, don't be Superman every single snap. Don't try to play hero ball every single snap because you have 3 receivers in Juwan Jennings, Jordan Addison, and Jay Jetta. You have a tight end in TJ Hawkinson. Okay, and because of your mobility, you kind of fit this offense because of the outside zone and then the boot action off of it. You fit it. So play point guard. Get the football to your playmakers' hands and let them make the plays. Don't sit there and say, oh, I'm Kyler Murray. I'm big and bad. Well, short and bad. And I got to make every single play. No. Get the ball to the playmakers like you're supposed to, and that will help you. I'm not saying it's going to get you a division title, but don't blow it, okay? The offense fits you. The defense is fine. Brian Flores got that on lock. Okay, Brian Flores got that on lock. The more you turn the ball over, Kyler Murray. I know it's for any quarterback on any team, but the more you turn the ball over, Kyler Murray, the more it's going to make you look bad this year. All you have to do is put the ball in the playmakers' hands, let them make the plays. The only time you need to be playing Ant-Man is when you just have to, and it should not be often. For out of 65 offensive plays, you should only be Ant-Man for maybe 5 games. I mean, 5 plays.
Yeah, but again, talking about, I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on Kyler Murray because,
no, of course not.
But the thing is like there were better options.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That Kevin O'Connell could have went with to compete with J.J. McCarthy, but you have 2 quarterbacks that you're wasting a really good roster.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna speak from a hypothetical standpoint. If you take Caleb Williams and put him in Minnesota with that roster, that's double-digit roster. That's a double-digit win roster. They're a playoff team.
Yeah.
Don't know how far they go, but it's a playoff team.
Yeah.
As much as I think Jordan Love is overrated, he's still better than Kyler Murray. You put Jordan Love on that roster, and you're probably somewhere between 5 and 6, 7 seed, and you're making the playoffs.
If you put Jared Goff on that roster, you're going to an NFC Championship game.
You probably can contend for the conference title with Jared Goff because people. And we could get into a whole conversation about quarterbacks in the NFC North, but Jared Goff is probably the most underrated quarterback in the NFC North. We know what Caleb Williams is. He's showing that he's maturing. He's becoming probably within the next couple of years probably going to be listed as probably one of a top 10, maybe top 5 quarterback. Yeah. If he continues on the trajectory that he's on. Caleb Williams played out his mind last year. You still got some, he still has some things he needs to fix, but the second year guy to play as well as he played. Okay, let's go. We know what he is. So people that like Caleb Williams is like, okay, that's on schedule. Okay. Jordan Love is completely overrated, in my opinion. And Packers fans, I don't care if you get mad. He is. He's not who people think he is. And then Jared Goff is underrated.
Yes, very underrated.
He's very underrated, and people don't give him enough credit. They don't give him flowers. But we could be watching maybe another overrated quarterback in the NFC North with Kyler Murray being the starter. And again, I want to go back to my original premise. It's not that he's the starter. It's the fact that they named him the starter without an adequate competition. Put him in live action with live players going at him with guys, most people run their shell defenses on the preseason. They don't run their real stuff. But, hey, can you read that? Because if you can't read that, then you have a problem with guys are changing coverages right before the snap. They're changing their rush packages. Okay, we went from a straight rush to a Texas stunt.
Mm-hmm.
It's that type of stuff. Like what are you gonna do when they give you cover 6, but they showing a cover 2 shell?
Hey man, listen.
You know,
Vic Fangio, man, that dude is cover 8 king, man. He is cover 8 king. He is week 3 rotation buzz king. He'll play quarters on you, and he'll run cover 6, going the other way. He will kill you with that, man. With those different coverages, he will kill you. Yeah.
So again, we're not saying JJ McCarthy. I want to be crystal clear on this. We're not saying JJ McCarthy needs to be the starter. That's not what we're saying. But we are saying that we don't believe. And I'm speaking for you, Brandon. I apologize, but I think we both agree that making this decision this soon is ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous.
But you know what? Let me say this. At least they ain't start Carson Wentz because he's
trash, 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 trash. I am trash.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to another topic. We got a bunch of contracts got signed within the last couple of weeks. The contracts got signed, but they were extensions. These guys are already under contract. The running back market has shot through the roof. But before we get to that, Quentin Williams, defensive tackle for the Dallas Cowboys, he has set the defensive tackle contract market on his ear, getting a deal for 35 APY. Brandon's happy about it. I can already tell what his opinion is going to be, but I want to hear from you at home, folks, Cowboy fans, non-Cowboy fans. Do you feel like he was overpaid, or do you feel that's on par, or do you feel like he wasn't paid enough? Because considering when you look at basically the salary situations with Dak Prescott. You got a looming long-term deal going on with George Pickens, and then you have some other people going to pay down the line. So, take your fan head off, folks, because I know Weston came here talking about how about them Cowboys, but I'm gonna be real. My team makes a deal that doesn't seem lucrative for down the line. I'm gonna be upset with him. Yes, I'm glad he got extended, but I don't like that deal. So that's what I'm talking about. Like, I need somebody who can take their fan hat off. If you're a Cowboy fan, you watch this. Take your fan hat. I know that's a difficult thing to do. But take your fan hat off and look at this deal from basically a objective standpoint. Okay, he's a top DT. Okay, prolific Rambo. That's my cousin. He say that he's a top DT. But I'm saying, if I'm not mistaken, Brandon, is he the highest paid defensive tackle now?
I believe so.
Okay, so that's what I'm questioning, because I don't know if he's the best. Is he a top DT? No doubt, yes. But is he the best defensive tackle?
He's definitely top. He's definitely top 3, top 5.
And I don't disagree with that part. But we got another contract we're gonna get to in a minute. That's the person getting paid like he the best receiver.
Now that one, I agree with you on that we're gonna get on. But
I take umbrage with both those deals, though. That's what I'm saying. So, but we can start with Quentin Williams right quick. But So Jalen Carter versus Quentin Williams. Now, Quentin Williams has been doing it longer, and he's got a little bit more to show for it, especially being on a bad team doing it well. Because nothing shows shine like being a standout player on a bad team. So before he got to Dallas,
a long time ago.
I'm not gonna poo-poo that. That's saying a lot. So
I'm not mad at this comment here. Jeffrey Simmons is the best. I'm not mad at that statement.
Yeah. So and that's the thing. It's like, okay, I think and this is my take. Quentin Williams' deal was a product of Jalen Carter's deal. I don't think they would have. I think they were forced to pay Quentin Williams that much money because of
they wanted to pay him.
Huh?
They wanted to pay him.
No. I'm not saying they didn't want to give him a deal. I'm saying what they gave him was a product of what Jalen Carter got. When you look at it from the business standpoint, because we always talk about markets.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So, it's kind of like the damn avalanche that's about to happen when we move on talking about this other player. They just got a deal. But this avalanche of deals, Jalen Carter's great. No doubt. He's great. But Quentin Williams been doing it longer at a high level for a long time. So that's what his agent. If I'm his agent, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, hey, look, yeah, Jalen Carter's great, but he's a young boy. This cat here, he been out here doing it well, like LL Cool J say, for a hot minute. And it's like if this cat over here in your division rival team is gonna get this amount of money, then my guy's got to get the same thing or close to it or something. Because if you're a good agent, by the way, because some agents are very good, but that's something to think about.
But what I do like about it though, it frees up cap space. We're not sure how much yet because all the numbers are not finalized, and we don't know if they're gonna add any void years. And this is guy, and like I said, he's been doing this for a long time. He was successful with a struggling Jets roster. He's in Dallas now. He's also a leader, and I'm talking about a real leader. And Tristan, sorry to say this, actually, no, I'm not. Out of every Alabama defensive tackle that has come out of college, I think the best one is in Dallas. Okay. All that Washington Crimson Tide stuff y'all was trying to do, that fell apart. But I'm excited for him. I think he's going to do a lot this year. I wouldn't be surprised if he picks up somewhere between 9 to 12 sacks, maybe, and it might be closer to 12 than 9. I think he's gonna be a high impact player this year, and he's when it comes. I was looking at a lot of stuff when it comes to him. When it comes to like advanced stats and stuff, he was top 5 in a lot of stuff. He really was top 5 in a lot of stuff. Pressure off of double teams. He's different. He's a different player, and I'm glad he got that contract.
Okay, well, folks at home, chime in. We're gonna move to the next topic, but chime in on what you think about the Quentin Williams deal. Was it just right? Was it too much? Was it not enough? Do you think he's gonna be able to play out and earn that? When I say play out, I mean not necessarily to the end of the contract, but earn that particular contract. But moving on, talking about controversial contracts, Zay Flowers just received a 4-year, $40 million deal from the Baltimore Ravens last week. That's 35 APY. Okay. Now, again, same synopsis. We're talking about a deal for a guy. Is Zay Flowers a solid player? Yeah, but solid ain't $35 million a year. And we always talk about on this show, we talk about the Baltimore Ravens. What are the Baltimore Ravens always missing year after year? A number one
wide receiver. Yes.
Wide receiver. And the thing is, the thing is, we sit up, and Zay Flowers has been with the team 3 years now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
He's not played up to number one wide receiver status.
Because
has he been solid? Yes. We're not saying he's trash. I want to be clear on that because we automatically say Zay Flowers is trash. No, that's not what we are saying. That is not. I do you one better. You say he's as dumb as Christian Watson. I'm gonna say one better. Christian Kirk.
In Jacksonville.
When Christian Kirk was in Jacksonville and Trent Baalke with his dumb ass gave Christian Kirk that deal. He honestly, we're feeling the butterfly effect of it right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Because he drove the market so high for a guy who was basically maybe a 2 and definitely a 3.
Yes.
And he paid number one money. And you at the wrong time, you had so many other receivers that were better than him that had deals coming up. And it proceeded to just set the market on its ear.
Yes.
It was like, what are you doing, Trent Baalke? That's why I can't stand him to this day. Well, I have other reasons why I don't like him, but that deal messed up everything. Yeah. And he's not Steve Smith, Christian. That's the thing. He's not. And that's my issue with that deal. He does not deserve $35 million. And again, I want to be clear, I'm always for the player. But Baltimore dropped the ball with that.
No, they did, man.
They dropped the ball with that because it's not. He's not a number one for them. He's their number one, but he doesn't deserve. You realize he's getting paid more than Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase right now?
Yes, and CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens.
Come on.
Hey, listen.
Now, to be fair, George Pickens is on the tender.
Yeah, but
when he gets his deal, see, that's another thing. I'm glad you brought that up. Because when George signs his long-term deal with the Cowboys, George's agent is going to walk into Jerry Jones's office and Stephen Jones and all them, and he's going to say, Zay Flowers got $35 million. Now, you know good and hell well. You know damn well I'm better than him. I'm him. Okay? All right? Yeah, I crash out sometimes. But when I got my head screwed on straight, I'm 10 times the receiver Zay Flowers.
And right now he has his head screwed on straight. Trust me.
Yes. So that's the thing.
And listen, and people can find our show if you do the correct timeline. Whenever Christian Kirk signed that contract in Jacksonville, go back to our show. We literally, listen, for anybody that's brand new that did not see that show then, and if you brand new over the last probably the last 3 years, we did a show and we talked about Christian Kirk's contract, and we listed 35 wide receivers.
To be fair, I think it was 25. I don't think it was 35.
Okay, 25. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But the point I'm making is there are a lot of receivers who are better. Like if you really sit down and think about it, go from team to team, team by team in each division, there are a lot of receivers better than Zay Flowers. Terry McLaurin's better than Zay Flowers. Okay? You probably take you might take Devontae Smith over Zay Flowers. You definitely take AJ Brown over Zay Flowers.
Absolutely.
So you again, and Eric hit the nail on the head. Yeah, you Baltimore's number one receiver, but you're not a true number one receiver. You have good speed, and that speed makes you look like you're a number one receiver, but you're not. And also, I think some of that stuff to me is credited to Todd Monken. I want to see what Zay Flowers look like now that Todd Monken's in Cleveland. It's going to be different. I think it's going to be different without Todd Monken as the offensive coordinator. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, I just they refuse to go after a number one receiver in Baltimore. They keep getting these Prolific Rambo. I say Chris O'Connor by his name. That's my cousin, but Prolific Rambo said it perfectly. It's like they think he's going to be Steve Smith. If he was going to be Steve Smith, he'd have been Steve Smith by now.
Oh, yeah.
That's the problem.
Because Steve Smith established himself quick.
Yeah.
And we didn't see that coming, trust me.
Yeah. So, when you go and you look at I'm filtering the data right now, but like the upcoming wide receiver deals that are going to be coming up soon. I'm trying to find them. Wait, give me a second. But when you go and look at these deals, I can right off the top of your head, you think about George Pickens. His deal's going to be massive. I think the ceiling is $40 million, and the floor is probably 30, 36, 37, something like that. Because of what Baltimore did.
Right.
And it's like hey man, you know,
Hey,
go ahead.
no, because I'm doing is I'm looking at the 2024 draft class, and the reason why I'm looking at those guys is because by now, um, they they're this is gonna be the third season, and so they're gonna probably looking for a new contract. I don't know if Marvin Harrison gonna get a contract extension in Arizona. I just don't. He gonna have a huge year. Roma Duze, Chicago, we'll see.
He's on the rise. We're gonna find out now that
Yeah.
Moore is not there anymore. Roma Doomsday is gonna have to step up and be the guy. And if he does, then he's gonna be able to ask for a pretty penny.
Not Xavier Worthy, Brian Thomas Jr. Now he's not gonna get big money. Ricky Pearsall stays hurt. Xavier Leggett, forget it. Keon
Pearsall is not gonna even get his 5th year option. And he's gonna probably have to he probably going to play that 4th year just to see if he can stay healthy. Then they'll revisit it.
Lad McConkey is not going to get that kind of money. He'll probably get an extension, but he probably won't get that kind of money. Adonai Mitchell's with the Jets. I doubt it, but yeah.
Adonai.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm not saying any other wide receiver worth even discussing. Yeah, forget it. So the 2024 draft class doesn't look like they will get big money at wide receiver.
So I stand corrected. I just got to looking this up. So Jamar and Justin are making slightly more.
What are they making?
Jamar, his APY is 40.2.
Oh, Jamar's 40.2?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think that's because salaries, they accelerate each year. I don't think he started with that.
No, of course not.
Drake London's 35.2. Justin is 35 even. So he's right there. Zay Flowers is right there with Justin Jefferson. He's getting paid Justin Jefferson money. So
how much did JSN get?
42.1.
Okay, so he's underneath JSN. Okay.
And I'm gonna be honest, I feel some type of way about that deal.
JSN? Of course.
JSN is not Jamar Chase, Drake London, or Justin.
JSN had one season.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I can't get next to.
I also may go probably get cut by Dallas.
But you have, CD's getting 34. AJ Brown's getting 32 from New England. Terry McLaurin's getting 32.3. Garrett Wilson's getting 32.5. The damnable misery of it is that DK Metcalf is getting 33.
DK Metcalf is better than Zay Flowers.
Yeah, he's better than Zay Flowers, but I don't think he deserves 33. Amon Ra is getting 30.
Oh God, hey, hold on. Let me look at his contract because when did he get his?
That was, I don't want to lie because I'm just looking at a certain chart with just
Yeah, no, I understand.
But Chris Olave just signed a deal for 31. That's on par.
Chris Olave is better than Zay Flowers though.
But the names that I'm bringing up right now,
these guys are better than him.
That's the wheelhouse that Zay Flowers is in. He's in that second tier, and he's in that $30 million to $28 million range, in my opinion. Brandon Ayuk is not getting paid $30 million right now, but that was his deal if he hadn't got CTE in his knee.
Hey, hey, sorry to cut you off. I'm looking at Amon St. Brown's contract. Okay,
mm-hmm.
He's in the 3rd year of the extension. Or whatever.
I know he had gotten it a while ago.
Right, it was 2024. I think after this season, they're going to have to give him an extension.
They're going to have to, especially if he balls out. He's going to
have to.
His agent going to come walking in there like he's Stone Cold coming to the ring or something.
Yeah.
Or The Rock.
Who's
finally, the agent is back in your office. If he balls out this year, his agent gonna be able to, kick doors in the GM's office and say, "Hey, look here."
Vanguard Sports Group. Okay.
We need to sit down and have a discussion, man.
Yeah.
My client is acting a fool out there, and it don't even have to finish the year. If it could be mid-season, and let's say Amon-Ra St. Brown hits a streak and just starts acting a damn fool, like he's capable of doing. If Amon-Ra starts acting a fool, let's say we get around, I don't know, week 8, week 9, something like that. His age, you can best believe his agent gonna be on the phone.
Yes.
And if he continues that trajectory throughout the rest of the season, his agent gonna be knocking on the door. He ain't gonna get damn the phone. I'm finna knock on this door. Y'all finna pay my client because I'm gonna get this 10%. So I'm gonna get this 4 million or this 40 I'm about to give him, So that's so not to spend a whole lot of time and harping on that, but Zay Flowers' deal is over. It's an overpay. But speaking about a market jumping up, there were 3 running backs that got deals.
Bang, bang, bang.
Right, I mean, one right behind the other.
It was like 3 deals in like 48 hours. Definitely less than 72.
So it started with Bijan Robinson getting a 3-year, $66.75 million deal. And APY is 22.25. And I was like, okay. And I didn't say anything about that deal because you know why? Bijan Robinson, you could possibly say that Bijan Robinson top 5 running back in this league at this particular point. He's not on a very good team, but he's one. Again, when you look at guys that shine on bad teams, that says a lot. If he got a bunch of people around him, and it's okay. Well, yeah, but he had receivers taking the top off, and he had a white box he had to run against, something like that.
The only play he's had is Drake London.
Yeah, and Drake London is him. He's solid.
Yeah.
But the quarterback play has been kind of suspect. So 22.25, excuse me, was Bijan Robinson. And then like about, I guess maybe 8 hours later, I think, Jonathan Taylor gets 2-year, $44 million. 22 APY.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's fair. Because Jonathan Taylor has kind of put the Colts on his back, and he's a great bell cow back in an age where there aren't very many bell cow backs. Then I guess maybe about 12 more hours later, because it happened back to back to back.
Bang, bang, bang.
Jahmyr Gibbs of the Detroit Lions gets 3 years, $67.5 with an APY of 22.5. Now that is a direct result of the Bijan Robinson deal. You can't convince me otherwise. Because it's like, okay, Bijan got this, and this, but have they been to the playoffs? I'm pretty sure that's what the agent said.
Hey,
has he been effective in the playoffs? Oh, wait a minute, you got to get there to be effective. I've been in the playoffs and I've been effective. You can't say that we lost games because of me. So look here, I'm gonna need at least $500,000 more. I'm sorry, $250,000 more. I'm gonna need that. And they like, you know what, Jamil, we ain't finna go back and forth. Let's go ahead and give him that extra $250,000. But it's just the point of saying he's the highest paid running back. And that's really what it is. Sometimes it's as simple as saying I am the highest paid running back. Sometimes it's just that simple.
Yep.
And Jahmyr Gibbs is the highest paid running back. So your top 5 salaries in the NFL right now at running back: Jahmyr Gibbs,
1,
Bijan Robinson,
2,
Jonathan Taylor,
3,
Saquon Barkley,
4,
Christian McCaffrey.
5. Okay.
I don't have a problem with that because all of them some dogs.
Yeah. Hey,
all of them some dogs.
Let me ask you a question. Have you seen Jonathan Taylor's contract numbers and stuff and details? No. Don't look. I'm gonna tell you why.
You said Bijan?
No, Jonathan Taylor.
Oh, Taylor. Well, I know it's just a 2-year deal. I know that.
So let me tell you something. I looked at his contract details. You know who else contract details I looked at?
Who's?
Daniel Jones.
Okay.
And let me say this.
You're going somewhere with this. I'm listening.
Everybody at Indianapolis is on the hot seat.
Yeah.
You said, Brandon, why? It's not just the GM It's not just the head coach. If the coach underperform, they can get out of Daniel Jones' contract after this year. They can get out of Jonathan Taylor's contract after this year. The way it is structured, yes, it's extension, but they got outs on Daniel Jones and Jonathan Taylor's contract after this year. That means they underperform in Indianapolis on that offense. And y'all better remember what I said on August 12th, 2026 at 10:12 p.m. Eastern, 9:12 Central. Okay? 5:12 Hawaiian. If the Colts offense underperform, or that team just underperform, period, everybody's gone. And
so you saying you think they're gonna have
a fire sale?
A fire sale. Yeah.
Jim Irsay's oldest daughter, who's the principal owner. I know the other two girls got some ownership in it too. Fine, but she's the principal owner. Because she's been on the sidelines listening to the headsets and stuff. She on it. She's going to clean house. She is going to clean house. The way the contract look, and you can look. Daniel Jones' contract out after this year. Jonathan Taylor's contract out after this year. Everybody's on the hot seat. Everybody needs to perform in Indianapolis. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. If Indianapolis underperform, you can probably start looking for other players to be on the trade block before the trade deadline.
That's going to be interesting to watch because you got a competitive AFC South, and if they don't do well this season, you're talking about blowing it all up, and in essence, you just handed it right off to Houston. Basically, you're saying I'm not going because Tennessee's far from competing, and nobody's really checking for Jacksonville like that.
They shouldn't be.
Yeah, and so Houston, you basically handing Houston dominance of that division for probably the next 2-3 years.
Yeah, because they're gonna have to start over with GM, head coach, quarterback, and everything else. And when you start over like that, you go from wherever you was to back being on the bottom, unless you were just always on the bottom, like someone like Cleveland. But the way their contracts are structured, they can get out of Daniel Jones and Jonathan Taylor's contract after this season. So start looking for fire sales before the trade deadline of Indianapolis underperforms and during the offseason 2027. Write it down.
Yeah. That's interesting.
I was like, everybody's on a hot seat.
That's hey man. That's interesting.
And that's listen.
I know. Put that comment back up.
I know. Jerry Glanville was not a great head coach, but he said it best. NFL stands for not for long. You gotta perform.
Well, Donald, to your point, to your comment, he says the Colts definitely underperformed when they play the Texans. Yeah, we know that. I think the Texans are gonna, just by the sheer fact of how good their defense plays. Daniel Jones is not gonna be able to, but we're talking about long term. If they underperform this year, not just against the Texans, which we already believe, it's my firm belief that the Texans are going to sweep the Colts this year. I really feel like they could possibly split with Jacksonville, and they're going to mollywop the Titans. Just because the Titans got them damn uniforms, and if you're from Houston, you understand. But we're talking about the rest of their schedule, and the Colts. Now, granted, the Colts got an easy schedule. That's a blessing and a curse. Because here's the thing.
Yes, because
they got the fifth easiest schedule. If they underperform with that easy schedule, heads got to roll. We done paid all this money. You got the fifth easiest schedule, and this is what you get. No, you got to go, bro. Yeah, you got to go. You got to go. So that's something to look at. That's a really good point that you brought up. These contracts have been really interesting. I don't have a problem with the running back market. I do have a problem with Zay Flowers. I have a big problem with Zay Flowers deal. The Quentin Williams deal raises an eyebrow. I'm not gonna say I don't agree with it, but it does raise an eyebrow considering what's coming down the line for Dallas and the fact of the contracts, cap situations. So, but again, to be fair, before we move on to the next topic, the salary cap's going to expand. So
Hey, listen,
we don't know what the cap's going to look like this time. You know,
hey, Buffalo is in that new stadium this year, so that's going to help expand the salary cap for next year. I don't know what's going on with Chicago Bears, but I don't know if they're gonna be playing in Illinois, Indiana, but when they get that new stadium, that's gonna help out with the salary cap. Washington's gonna be in the new stadium 2030. I know it's not now, but hey, y'all, new stadiums mean higher salary cap. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
The shared revenue is gonna be
man.
Man, it's gonna be something to look at. So
yes.
And you're gonna watch it's got to. Here's the thing, it's got to because of these contracts. Oh my God! And I think a lot of teams are they're riding the wave, knowing that the water level's gonna rise. They're like, okay, well, we're gonna go up here because we know the water gonna be here. We're gonna go up here because we know the water gonna be here, and so forth. So, questions, comments, people watching at home about these topics that we covered. We're about to get to basically talking about these injuries that have been happening in camp.
Man, it's a lot of injuries, man.
And that, there are some injuries that are, I would like to say, overblown. People making big deals out of some injuries that are like, it could be just a team taking precautions. Like, okay, you know what? We gonna go ahead and sit you down. We know that you can play. So you got this little tightness in your hamstring, or something like that, or your shoulders a little sore. Sit down. We're not gonna risk that. There's some injuries that are overblown. People, oh my God, such hurt. All this season going down the drain. Calm your silly asses down, okay? But we're not here to talk about those. We're here to talk
about the real injuries.
We're talking about ACLs. Guys going out for the season. We're talking about those.
Or potentially for the season. We don't know yet.
Potentially for the season, Then we're not gonna go deep into it, but there are gonna be some. We'll cover it on another show, but there are gonna be some suspensions that are potentially coming up. We're not gonna comment on them right now until the suspensions get handed down.
Yes,
we'll talk about how it's gonna affect their particular team's season. But as of right now, none have been handed down, so we're not going to comment on anything that has not happened. But on to the injuries.
Those will be announced at some point before week one, between now and week one.
Yeah. So injuries. I think probably one that sticks on my mind the most is probably Larry Tunsil.
Okay.
For the Commanders. That's your left tackle, man. Like, I think that's one of the biggest ones. That's a big woo. Man,
yeah.
Like, it's one of those. It's like, God, dog. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. And if you look at Washington's schedule, man, they had to deal with some pass rushers this year. They have to deal with some defensive coordinators that know how to scheme and stuff. I know I forgot who's supposed to be the replacement, but the guy does have some left tackle experience because he was their left tackle when they went to the NFC Championship game in 2024. But, man, he ain't Larry Tunsil, man. Larry Tunsil.
You can't replace Larry Tunsil.
You talking about Trent Williams is the best left tackle in the league. Larry Tunsil, he's number 2, man.
He's right there.
He's right there. I'm trying to think. Philadelphia got a good left tackle. Off the top of my head, but dude, that's tough, man. That is going to be tough. They are going to go after Washington's offensive line, especially. I know every injury was not Jaden Daniels' fault last year, but they're gonna go after Jaden Daniels this year. They're gonna go after him. He and their offensive coordinator are going to have to be smart.
They're going to have to figure out ways. Yeah, they're going to have to figure out ways. Maybe get him on the move most of the time. He's so not necessarily design runs, but mind you, when I say get them on the move,
Donald Ray. It is 4 months minimum.
Yeah, it's 4 months.
Minimum. They are hoping he can be back by
New Year's. Damn near.
basically they hope he's back towards the end of the regular season, and they hoping to make a playoff push. But usually when you tear your biceps, you're typically out for the season.
Mm-hmm.
But they are hoping to make a playoff run, and he can come back. And also going to determine how well that bicep responds, man. Because listen, I've had a player on my team, and this happened to him when he was a sophomore. I know it's a different kind of injury, but when his arm, when he was clear to play, the bicep tendon would not give him the full extension that he needed because it just wasn't like responding. Now, of course, he played his following season as a junior, but to finish out the season, it just to come back in towards the end of the season, even though he knows clear to play, that bicep just wasn't reacting the way he needed to, and he tried everything, but so that's why I'm like, and this is me being objective. I'm concerned because, yeah, you can sit here and hope, and yes, you can make a playoff run, but if that bicep don't respond correctly, you don't want to further damage it and make it a career-threatening injury. So Washington's got to be real smart with this.
So left tackles that are available right now, that's still out there. Taylor Decker's still out there. Cam Robinson is still out there. Kelvin Beachum, DJ Humphries, who's 33 years old. But you know, I would rent one of these guys just for insurance. I mean, Washington's done all this work in the offseason to improve their roster to be competitive. They could have been competitive last year had it not been for the injury, you know. But
definitely.
But I mean, this is the year to make a push. The NFC East, there is no far and away team in the NFC East that's gonna just this the clear cut pulling away favorite for this division. You know, if you look at it objectively and don't look at it as a fan, that's a tight division.
It's tight. It's tight.
It's kind of like the West is a three horse division right now. We ain't gonna talk about Arizona, but you know, but you could possibly realistically say it could be a wide open division as wide as probably the NFC South. We don't know who can win the NFC South, and honestly, we can. If you told me today that the New York Giants could possibly win, or if you came back, let's say you came back in time from the future, you came back, hey, you know the Giants won the NFC East in 2026. It wouldn't shock me. I'd be like, wow, okay. But I'm not shocked, surprised, but not totally shocked. If you told me the Commanders did it, not shocked. If you told me the Cowboys and the Eagles did it, of course, not shocked. But that's how tight it is. And to that point, I'm saying all that to say this is like, if the Commanders want to be relevant in this division, they have got to get some better blindside protection.
Well, I've heard that they are not interested in bringing in somebody from off the streets. Now Trish is not here to confirm that, but I believe that's what I've heard.
Now, let me tell you somebody. I'm gonna tell you somebody, Adam Peters, because I have a little experience with Adam Peters. Adam Peters will say one thing and then do another. He has been known to do that.
Okay.
So I don't know. Also, I think I look at that draft class again, but Adam Peters is known to find gems on day 3 of the draft. So I don't know if they took any linemen that particular draft, but there may be somebody in camp that the reason why they say, we're not looking to bring in nobody off the street. So maybe somebody in camp that can come in that, oh God, what did they draft this guy in the 5th round or something like that, you know, because he's known for doing that. So I'm not completely counting him out, but it's looking kind of grim.
It really is.
You lose your left tackle.
And of course we'll start seeing what things look like week 1.
Yeah. So let's see. Another big injury. Chris Brazil, rookie wide receiver in Carolina.
Torn
Yeah,
ACL,
torn ACL, gone for the season.
non-contact injury.
That's a whole year of development as a because for that to happen to you as a rookie is a problem. Because you got to get your feet wet. You got to get your bumps and bruises and understand how the NFL game is played. But I was very high on him when he came out of Tennessee. Staying in Carolina, Nick Scourton, edge rusher.
Yeah.
I believe was that Achilles or ACL?
I think it's ACL.
ACL, yeah, out for the season. This is year 2 for him. You got any more in your notes? I know some more.
Chicago Bears safety Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant. Yes.
Now his knee injury, they didn't say what it was, but they're hoping that just like Lerman Choso, that he's only out 4 months and not the 6 months. So, we'll see what happens with that. Let's see. Oh, Brian Breesy torn ACL for the Saints, out for the season. Jalen Walker torn ACL, pass rusher for the Falcons. Hey, and listen,
that was the other big one.
Listen, Jalen Walker. Now, James Pierce is one of those guys that's supposed to be suspended. Now, we don't know how long he's going to be suspended for. So that's going to hurt their pass rush because you're missing one guy. The other guy, we don't know how many games he's going to miss. When the announcement comes in, we'll talk about it. But it's looking bad for Atlanta's pass rush. So it's going to be on those 2 corners, AJ Terrell and his younger brother, Avion, who's a rookie that just got drafted. And they're going to target Avion Terrell a ton. They are going to target him. Ricky Pearsall has a PCL injury.
Yeah, that's a big one. He's out for the year.
He's out. Not only out for the year, but I heard that it could possibly be career threatening.
It could be. Now I want to be clear on that front. From my sources, the Niners did not sign Deebo Samuel in response to Ricky Pearsall being out for the year. That was going to be part of the plan the whole time. The plan was actually Mike Evans, Ricky Pearsall, Deebo Samuel, and then bring the younger guys along. That's why Deebo has a 1-year deal. If you know anything about Kyle Shanahan, he doesn't like to play rookies that much. He plays them sparingly. And you're not going to be out there the whole game. You're not going to be out there the whole season if you're a rookie. So to clarify for those people that think that the Niners, they went and got Deebo back because Ricky Pearsall's out. No, Deebo Sam was always part of the plan. He was always part of the plan, even if Ricky Pearsall would have still played. So now they changed up what they're going to do. But to be clear, and since we stopped on Ricky Pearsall, everybody's talking about the Niners, and I'm using this very heavily, air quotes, injuries in camp. And because of the history, I get it. The Niners have a long injury history. They played with a skeleton crew last year, still won 12 games. But the thing is a lot of these injuries are overblown. Like, it's literally the Niners being cautious about playing guys or letting them practice, especially guys that's been in the league a long time. They already know what they're doing. So I know you're not going to play. You're not going to practice today. I'm a little tight in my calf. Sit down. That's basically what's doing. And then media takes it and runs with it. Oh, my God, this many guys didn't practice today. Yes, they did not practice today. That does not mean that they out for any significant time. As a matter of fact, Chris Forrester, who was basically the acting assistant head coach while Kyle Shanahan was out with his injuries from the car accident, said it's like these guys can all play. If we had a regular season game today, they would play. We just taking our time and being precautious with it. There's something we didn't do in the past. So the only real significant injury in San Francisco is Ricky Pearsall. Now they are watching this. Nick Bosa has some tendonitis in his knee from the ACL, but they're holding him out, and it's like he should be ready week 1. He wasn't going to play in preseason anyway. You probably won't see Mike Evans in preseason. You know, those guys like that. It's like, hey man, as long as you're ready to go week 1, we good. Puka Nacua is another injury. I think
he got injured yesterday during the scrimmage against the Cowboys. I haven't heard any details about it. Have you?
I think it's a groin.
Is it groin?
I think it's a groin. I don't know if it's a significant groin injury or if it's just, you know, he tweaked it or whatever like that. But I do know it's a groin. But you know, that could be something that lingers in the week 1.
Yeah, because that's soft tissue.
Yeah, that could linger in the week 1, or it could be nothing. It could just be some tightness.
Yeah, they say it's minor soreness.
Yeah, you know, but you know, also he still may not play week 1 because
he might be suspended.
There's a looming suspension hanging over me, you know, and you know, to that effect, as we get ready to, you know, close out for the day, the suspensions, the reason why, for those of y'all who are really heavy into this and understand how suspensions work and everything, we don't want to comment on suspensions until they happen, because we'll look at what the quote unquote offense is and we'll guess, and we'll be like, well, he should get this many games, and the NFL gives him double that number of games. Or, well, they'll probably just give him 2 games or something like that. And the NFL, like, you know, gives him less than that. Or we think that maybe he should get 4 games and the NFL gives him 2 or something like that. So the NFL, there's no consistency when handing out suspensions in the NFL. And if you've been watching long enough under Goodell's regime of the NFL as commissioner, you'll notice that there's a lot of inconsistency.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Is very inconsistent with how they hand out suspensions. So another reason why we won't talk about it yet until the suspensions are handed down. However, when those suspensions are handed down, that's gonna be a topic of discussion on this show. We will be talking about it, and we'll be talking, yep, he got exactly what he should have got, or nah, that was a little harsh, or they let him off with a slap on the wrist. So and we'll be covering what they got suspended for as well. So that may take up a whole half of a show.
And how many games?
Yeah, how many games? So we may talk about that for an entire half of the show. Be like, hey, you know, what the heck? Because we'll be breaking it down into player by player. Like, hey, listen, he did such and such and such. He wasn't found guilty, but you know, you don't have to be found guilty to be suspended by the NFL. You know, and the NFL, because they want to protect their image. Mm-hmm. So, and heavy air quotes on that. But you know, they want to protect the shield. So, you know, yeah, even though you got found not guilty or you got acquitted of this, you didn't make the league look very good by being in the news by this. So, boom, 4 games, something crazy like that. Or, you know, you thinking they finna throw the book at him, the Joker get 2 games and a fine, you know, or no games and a fine, you know, that type of thing. So we have to wait we got to wait till that chicken hatches before we go into that. Again, we got a lot of preseason games that are coming up this week. And I want again, I'm gonna do this every show throughout the preseason. And I'm gonna say this: guide for watching preseason football to make it enjoyable. Number 1, don't really watch the first series when the starters play. Because they out there brother-in-law and they like, hey man, I ain't trying to get hurt. I'm waiting for the regular season. Okay, if I miss this pass, no big deal, blah, blah, blah. Don't put a lot of stock in what happens in those first series. Well,
certain starters,
because you know we just talked about Emmanuel Lewis playing quarterback for the Vikings, being the starter. But there are certain, you know, number 2, I got one for you. The scores are irrelevant. That should actually be number 1. The scores are irrelevant.
The record is going to be irrelevant.
The wins and losses are irrelevant. Do not celebrate if you celebrate your team winning a preseason game, you a clown. I'm just gonna call it what it is. You what we like to refer to as the casuals, because it's like it means absolutely nothing. Don't get too low about a loss in preseason. You a clown if you get low about if your team go 0-3 in the preseason. That don't mean they gonna suck this year. Okay. There are teams that have gone undefeated in preseason and had trash seasons. And there are teams that hadn't won a game in preseason or maybe just one and they go into the playoffs. So don't get high or low on the wins. Number 3, if you really want to see some entertaining football, it might be a little sloppy, but it's going to be entertaining. Watch the second half of these games.
Yes.
Because, again, that's these guys that's trying to pay bills. They just they scratching and clawing, trying to make a roster. And those guys are going to be flying all over the field. And that's the most fun stuff to watch because it's literally the Hunger Games out there in the second half of those games. Our volunteers tribute, all of that. It's going to be District 13 against District 7. It's going to be just ignorant. And that's the best time to watch. And then you also will find some diamonds in the rough. Terrell Davis made the roster by playing special teams for the Denver Broncos.
Hey, special teams, master.
And it wound up being one of the best running backs of his era.
Yes.
So you might find some diamonds in the rough. If you're gonna be a real football fan, that's what you do. Yes. And then that last preseason game, that's again, they're trying to fill out the bottom of those rosters. So these are the guys that are desperate. They are desperate. Watch those guys play because they are going to cut up. They are going to cut up. And again, like I said, you never know when you're going to find those guys that are down. Azeez Al-Shaair, prime example, undrafted. He got in the game late against the 49ers in a preseason game. Made the team. Wound up being a contributor on that team. Next thing you know, he signed a multi-year deal in Houston as the Mike Backer. He the green dot guy in Houston. So watch, and that's another reason. That's number 4. Watch as many of them as you can. Because you may say, well, this is the New York Jets versus the Chargers or something. It's something crazy. I ain't watching it. Nope. Watch the second half of those games because you never know. Those guys whose names you don't know might wind up on your roster. And you be like, oh, wait a minute, I saw him in preseason. He's nice. Why, if you are a true football fan, that's the guide for watching preseason games. That's what makes preseason games more interesting and more entertaining. And that's it. I'm done.
All right. Before closing out, I just want to say congratulations to Lane Johnson, who sounds like he's going to retire after the season. Well deserved. One of the best offensive tackles, especially at right tackle of his era. Probably a first should we'll see, because this first ballot Hall of Fame stuff is not always guaranteed, but it should be a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer in my book. But thanks everybody for watching the show. Thanks for being patient with me early in the show because I couldn't figure out what was going on. Again, shout out to Tristan for.
Sir, my computer won't come on. Have you hit the power button?
Anything else?
No.
So we're back on Monday.
We're back on Monday until the regular season.
Until the regular season. Because y'all know what happened this past Monday. Trisha said StreamYard had, so we do our stuff through StreamYard. StreamYard had a virus. That's what was causing the echo and stuff on Monday. And that's why we had all that chaos.
So nobody who uses StreamYard was able to do anything.
It
wasn't just a Facebook case. Yeah. It was everybody who uses it.
Yeah.
They were dead in the water just like us.
Yeah. So, but like I said, we'll be back Monday. We did a test run yesterday evening. Everything was fine. So we was like, good, we can run this today. So, Titus, you're gonna have to catch us on the rebound, man. because we closing out, man. But what's up? Yeah. So anything else? No.
That's pretty
Oh,
much
by the way, I did want to say this. Let me say this. Hold on. Look, I respect Dan Campbell, okay, as a head coach. He has done a fantastic job, man.
Oh, no, where he going?
But why in the world do you have someone? Why you have interest in someone like a Trayvon Diggs who is
Trash, 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 I am trash.
Listen, Dan Campbell, you have been around greats.
They desperate
okay?
for corners, man. They desperate for corners.
You've been around greats, okay?
They desperate for corners.
You was in New York and they went to the Super Bowl. You was in Dallas under Bill Parcells. You was in New Orleans with Sean Payton. You doing a great job with Detroit, okay? Why are you interested in this guy? Why do you? I'm gonna bring him in for a workout. For what? For what?
If there's anybody watching right now that used to play defensive back,
Listen,
this college,
I don't care if you need corners, okay? Go get somebody that's 22 years old that has potential, okay? I need the NFL to stop doing this. Stop giving these old guys who you already know what they are an opportunity if they are not who you think they are, okay?
They are who we thought they were.
Thank you. Go get that 21, 22, 23-year-old kid that's trying to pay them bills, as Eric said earlier, just a minute ago. Go get one of those kids, okay? And go develop him, okay? That's what you need to go do.
See, now the thing
Matter of fact, you know Jerry Jones because you was in Dallas as a player. You know why Trayvon Diggs now. You can find out why Trayvon Diggs was let go.
Because he's concentrated on the white ass. But
that's not the only reason. That's not the only reason. But you can find out. Okay? So my thing is, why would you even give him a look? I wouldn't have. That's just me. Okay? We'll see if he makes the final 53 West. But that is someone else who
Eli
Trash, 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 I am trash.
So
hey, listen, let me tell y'all something about Eli.
Point of clarity.
Let me tell y'all something
He
about
did
Eli.
not make the main roster, West.
Let me
That
tell
is
you-
not true. They have not cut down to 53. He is what we refer to as a camp body. He was already on the practice squad for the Niners. They cut him to make room for somebody else. Somebody else went down, so they called him back. He's there to be a practice dummy. Literally. He will not make the 53.
Listen, let me tell y'all something. When Eli Apple was drafted by the Giants, let me tell y'all something. Me and Steve were on the phone laughing hysterically because we was watching the highlights of Ohio State when they showed when he got drafted. This guy was getting flagged in college at Ohio State. Dude, if you get flagged as a corner in college so many times, it's not going to look good for you in the NFL. And we were proven right. This guy has played for 25 teams.
He's been bad.
Not literally, but he's been around the league.
He's been bad everywhere he's been.
He's been bad everywhere he's gone.
And basically he has a job because he's a camp body. That's it. He's
And
literally a dumb.
And he's another one. And I get it, he's a camp body. Stop giving these guys an opportunity.
I agree. Trayvon Diggs, Eli.
Stop giving these guys an opportunity when you already know that they're not good.
There's going to be some younger guys.
Develop a young guy. Go develop a young guy.
Yeah,
it's coaching.
Like Eli,
coaching. I know we're talking over trouble. I'm sorry, Eric. I'm sorry, but it just, to me, as a coach who don't run away from development, it grinds my gears because I'm like, yo, you're sitting here paying this guy. He first of all, he's a veteran. He's going to get paid way more if he makes that final roster than that 22-year-old cat. Okay. People want to say talking about some, oh, well, contract. Dude, You can save salary cap space by not even giving that dude excuse me, roster space. Stop it. Oh, another thing I saw, Eric, this is just about to get you, dude. And now and it's gonna get me now because I was hoping they was gonna keep my linebacker. The Minnesota Vikings are saying they're gonna move Jamal Adams to safety. I said, dude, you better make him.
Wait. What?
Yes.
So they're actively trying to lose. You got Kyler Murray at quarterback, and you got Jamal Adams.
Yes.
Okay, bet.
Yes. I'm sorry, y'all. I know we're supposed to end the show, but it's stuff is popping up in my head. I'm sorry.
Good luck with that.
This is how I operate. Okay.
He is as useless at safety as screen doors on a submarine.
Hey, listen. Could you imagine a secondary with Trayvon Diggs at corner, Eli Apple at the other corner, Jamal Adams at safety?
Yeah, Owen, whatever. That's good.
Hey, listen, man. Hey, listen. You really talking about
Trash. I am trash.
Hey, listen. If those three guys were on the same roster, I'm playing quarterback.
Yeah, you can't miss.
I'm playing quarterback, yo. Hey, yo, I'm back here. I'm like, let's go, Slim.
Yeah, you can't miss like that.
Hey, yo, I'm like, let's go. Blue 33. Oh, you got him? Okay, yeah. Go run a 9. You okay? Hey, listen. I'm gonna be loud about it. Go deep.
I mean, listen, Jamal Adams be out there getting routed up by teams second and third tight end. Like, come on, bro. Like, bro, just put on a few more pounds, play linebacker, dog. Just quit trying to. No, and you're not a coverage linebacker. You're just a blitzing linebacker.
That's all you are.
Jesus.
I said, man. I said, listen. I supported the move because they said you was gonna play linebacker. When they moved you to safety, I said, I can't defend you.
It's indefensible. Just like him playing defense. You can't,
Listen. I can defend certain things, okay? And I would try my best to defend certain things, okay? I can't defend everything. I can't defend everything. This is one thing I just can't defend. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness, I just that.
Yeah, we supposed to have been off the air like
10 minutes ago. Hey,
on a tangent, yeah.
Hey, but y'all know we keep it real, man. Because we are fans just like you guys are, man. I'm glad you guys love our realness and stuff. Hey, listen, man. First of all, if y'all like the show, man, if you haven't liked it, hit the thumbs up button, like the show on YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook end, man, and you like the show, like it as well, please. Actually on Facebook, you can like all of it. And share this content, please, with somebody because, listen, we keep it real, okay? We don't sit here. We don't have no phoniness. We don't do media-driven stuff, man. Nah. This is 100% authentic, man, okay? This is 100% authentic. This is what we do, man. So we're closing out the show now because if not, we're going to be here all night and we ain't got time for that. So again, we're back on Monday. Sorry again for this past Monday. It's not our fault. Like Silk the Shocker Mystical. Coach Williams, NFL Encyclopedia, Wildcat quarterback that runs the show. Thank God I'm the Wildcat quarterback that runs the show, not the actual quarterback that runs the show like Tristan. Shout out to him again. Future Hall of Famer still. Panel 316, the good guy with the black hat. By the way, we are live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. You can follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and IG. He's a good guy with the black hat. Run and shoot, Offense City, Chop and Screw City, Houston, Texas, baby. Love him. Rest in peace to DJ Screw, Michael Watts, amongst others. Peace out, y'all.